Hello everyone and welcome back to AquaPlays Pixelmon. Alright, so in the last episode I asked you guys to vote. I gave you all these options. You were allowed to pick any one of these Pokemon. Pick your favorite one, and the one that got the most votes was Enormous Aeron. So I'm gonna take Moltres. Does he have an item? No. Alright, then we will just add Aeron to the team. And let's throw a Lucky Egg on him. Still got a Master Ball. Cell Battery. Let's throw some of this junk away really quick. Caught on something. Yeah. It's been kind of a while since I recorded this. I've not really had the chance to record that much stuff lately, but it should be a lot more regular now. Let's just throw the Cell Battery there. Wide Lens. Let's see. Okay. So we've got Sludge Wave, Will-O-Wisp, Snarl, Echoed Voice, Psych Up, Calm Mind, and Incinerate. We don't really have a fire type, so neither of these are gonna really do anything. Yeah. Don't really think I can use any of those right now. Let's just throw away some of the junk that we don't need. We have plenty of things that aren't really going to be very useful, so let's just throw some stuff in the ocean. Wool, apples, feathers, all this stuff. I'll keep the Ender Pearl. I could throw that Sunstone downstairs, actually. Wood. Yeah, let's put this down here really quick. Right in there. A 4 Sunstone. Waterstone. 3 Moonstones still. Orbs. I suppose I could just hold an orb or 2. We might as well just keep these in our inventory and try to fill them up just in case we ever find anything. How do we craft these? I can only get... Actually, I can get the Articuno and Zapdos one, and that's all I really need since I already have a Moltres, so why don't we go ahead and craft those really quick. I believe you just put the Orb and an Evolution Stone, yeah. That's all it takes, so yeah. Cool. An Orb of Frozen Souls and an Orb of Static Souls, so over time, if we can start filling those up with some Pokemon. If we ever do find either a Zapdos or Articuno Shrine, we can use those, so no harm in just carrying those with us. They take forever to fill up though, so we'll see how long that takes. This Aeron is already level 24. Decent moveset, and it is enormous, so that'll be a really cool enormous Aggron eventually. I haven't used an Aggron in Pixelmon yet. That should be pretty cool. But yeah, we got a lot of votes for different things. I think bringing back Rayquaza was one of the higher votes. And I think like Chimchar was another one that got voted a lot. What did I want to do? Let's actually... I heard that Kyogre spawns in the ocean at night, so I kind of just want to float around here for a few minutes and see if we can find one. I mean, there's pretty much no chance that we will, but it's worth a try. We've got a huge ocean here, and it is nighttime, so let's just wait to the end of this night and see if we can get something spawning here. Pretty good chance we won't, but it's worth a try. I'll just try it this once, probably won't do this again anytime soon. But yeah, we've got a pretty large ocean here to explore, so let's give it a shot. Golbat out there. What is this? That's a swamp with like a witch hut thing. Gotta stay in the ocean though, I'm probably getting pretty close to the swamp. Got a Grimer over there. Nothing exciting going on over there. But yeah, the odds of this are probably like astronomically bad, so I'm probably not going to find a Kyogre. And we've just got a couple minutes left before the day starts anyway. So let's just cover as much ground as possible, and then maybe if I find some land, I'll just start exploring over there. Because if we find some new areas, the Zapdos and Articuno shrines could possibly spawn. But they're not going to spawn in the areas I've already explored, because those were generated before the Legendary Bird Shrine update. Which I think was just in the 3.0 update. But yeah, this map was generated quite a while before that. I have not explored that much of it though, so if we just find some land over here, it'll definitely be a place I haven't gone to before. This is pretty far out. Pretty sure I haven't been anywhere near this. Not really seeing any land though, and that looks like it's the end of the night, so yeah, that's about it for our chances of finding a Rayquaza. But what do we have over here? So I'm going to need... Zapdos spawns in Forest Hills. Articuno spawns in Ice Mountains. Alright. Anything of note over here? Not really. Yeah, let's just keep going then. So, I think I'm going to spend the next couple episodes kind of searching for a Forest Hills or a Snow Mountains biome. And see if we are lucky enough to find a shrine. I assume Zapdos' shrine is still in the Forest Hills, since that's where Zapdos spawned before the update. But they're pretty rare, so that's just forest. Yeah, this is a very small patch of forest, so I'm probably gonna have to go farther than this. And if we find anything cool along the way, we will, of course, stop and catch it maybe, or just kill some stuff for experience while we wait for the Blaine Gym Leader battle. Okay, so here is a Bisharp. This can be some good experience. Who should we start leveling up? Let's go with Aeron this time. And let's go into Vampire. Yeah, that did basically nothing, so X-Scissor might be decent here. Not great, but this Bisharp isn't using any good moves, so should be a 4-hit KO maybe? Yeah, got it. With the crit, definitely want Iron Head. Don't need Takedown and Headbutt. But Harden's even worse, so let's just get rid of that. And Aeron does have a Lucky Egg. Another Bisharp. Let's do the same thing. And yeah, people have been commenting that my Pokemon are getting glitched because if you send them out and then teleport, apparently that can glitch them, and then once you return to the spot they were in before, all the stats will just reset to where they were at when you died. Don't know why I sent an Aqua, really. And after that Iron Defense, yeah, we're not even going to be able to touch it. Let's see what that does. Yeah. Eventually he will either kill himself or Shadow Ball will kill him. There we go. Got it, level 26 for Aeron. Diglett, Magmar. Alright, so let's keep searching. Forest Hills or Ice Plains. Yeah, I'm just gonna start journeying out, looking for one of those. Don't know how long that'll take, but that'll give us something to do while we train up. Kind of sick of just training without anything else going on, so that'll give us a nice little secondary thing to go for while we are training up as well. Pidgeotto up there. Pidgeotto needs a new model. I think it's funny, they gave Pidgey and Pidgeot new models, but not Pidgeotto. It'll probably come in the next episode. It'll probably come in the next update, since they already got the other 2 Pidgey evolutions. Extreme Hills. Not exactly what I'm looking for. It kind of sucks these 2 biomes are basically the hardest biomes to find. So that'll make it a little tougher, but we'll find some eventually. Also, even if we do find them, there's no guarantee they'll have a shrine. Shrines are pretty rare as well. But we'll see what happens. Just have to keep searching. That looks like another forest over there, so... yeah, that gives us another chance at Forest Hills. And everything out here should be stuff that I haven't generated before, so... we've got a decent shot for a shrine. I've never seen one spawn naturally, so I don't really know. I assume they just spawn on the ground randomly. Shouldn't be too difficult to find, although in the forests, trees are definitely going to cover those up, so I'll have to make sure to watch everywhere. So this is this little patch here Forest Hills? Don't think so. I think this is just a forest biome that turns into an Extreme Hills. So that's not going to count. Yeah, this just merges right into Extreme Hills. Let's, it kind of looks like maybe a little bit of Forest Hills, though, because the trees do go up the mountain. But yeah, that's definitely all Extreme Hills. What about this little area over here? Forest still. It's kind of hilly, but not terribly so. Yeah, this is all still saying forest. What about this little patch? Still forest. This is a pretty steep hill for just a forest. Like, this is all pretty uneven terrain. There's a ravine. Yeah, hopefully they are actually in the Forest Hills still also. I don't know why they wouldn't be. There's a... that looks like a desert mountain biome. Desert Hills, or whatever they call that. Whoa! Ow. Wow, if I would have been one block forward, I'm pretty sure I would have died. Gotta be more careful. That would have really sucked if I had to come all the way back out here. But yeah, Groudon spawns in the day in the Desert Hills biome, so I actually want to go check that out. I want to hunt for some new legendaries. Those could definitely be beneficial, especially when I get to the Elite Four. If I can build, like, a mostly legendary team, I could probably do pretty well. Need to check that this is actually Desert Hills anyway. Could just be, like, one mountain that randomly spawned. It doesn't look like a very big area. Thought I saw something over here. Might have been a Psyduck or something. Magmars. I want to see what biome this is. I don't care about you, Magmar. Finish it off with a tackle. Okay, so yeah, this is Desert Hills over here. So yeah, let's just hang out over here for the rest of this day. Smallest chance in the world that a Groudon could spawn, but if it does, we have a Master Ball ready. I'll probably just do some training up here while I wait. And if some time passes and I don't see a Groudon, I will just leave. But yeah, that's going to be in the next episode, guys. So, hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you next time on AquaPlays Pixelmon.